Hello, everybody. As we're coming in, wanted to welcome everybody. My name is Alan Vaysberg. I'm a life recalibration expert. Hi, GP. How you doing? Testing iOS 9. GP, if you can hear me, give a heart or say hello. Just want to make sure everything is working properly. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks very much. So GP is here. Everybody, check out GP. He is awesome. He's an amazing friend. Thank you. And hello, there you go. He's an amazing friend and somebody who's exceptionally wise. I'm not sure if there is such a thing as exceptionally wise, but you're it, GP. GP, where are you right now? I know you're kind of all over the place since you're the wandering sage. You're very welcome. You're in Vegas. Very cool. Very cool. Enjoy Vegas. Hopefully it's not too hot there right now. All right. Well, people will pollen. You lost all your money. Hi, Dr. McCall. GP lost all your money. Well, don't worry, GP. We'll make you feel better now. We'll only focus on those things that matter. Very cool. Dr. McCall, how are you? And I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Sorry, that swiping was a fly, flying across. Okay. Well, other people will come in when they decide, and people can always view the replay of this. So here's what I wanted to talk about because it's something that I found that's very interesting. Many of us have heard about the law of attraction, and we know that what you focus on happens to kind of appear in your reality. What we don't do often is we don't simplify things and we don't make them practical. And here's a very practical technique that I found that let me rephrase. That I was guided, or some information that came through my guides. Let me come a little closer. Information that came through my guides, which I found very peculiar because they made it so simple to understand. And here's what they said. They said, look at the words. Look at the words that we're utilizing. And those words are appear and disappear. So if we look at these words, which we're all familiar with, and we've used them many, many times, but what do they actually mean? What's the secret behind those words? And the secret lies in the fact that everything is around us and everything is available. Everything already exists. Every possibility, every event, everything is there. So what we're doing is we're choosing to focus on a particular aspect of it. So when we're focusing on that aspect, it appears. It comes from the ether, it comes from the quantum field, whatever we want to call it, but it appears. And once we don't focus on it, it disappears. It's still there, we're just not looking at it. And those examples could be found very easily in your own life. Forget esoterics for a moment, but when you're in pain and you have a particular ailment, be it your knee, be it your elbow, be it whatever, and then you get caught up in something and you completely forget about it. And somebody asks you later, what happened to your knee? And you're like, oh, wait a minute, I completely forgot about it. I didn't think about that at all, and it didn't hurt. Well, does that mean that it never, that it ceased to hurt? Does that mean that it was miraculously healed for that moment when you were not focusing on it? Not necessarily, right? I do believe in miraculous healing, but it just means that you were not focusing on it. You were not thinking about it. This was not in your field. So it disappeared. And once you started to focus on it again, oh yeah, I remember I had knee pain. Well, there you go. You asked for it and you got it. So I know I'm simplifying many things, and no, it does not mean that, for those people that have serious ailments, it's their fault or they're focusing on them. That's why they're there. So all they have to do is just forget and everything will be hunky-dory. It's a lot more complex than that. But we can use these principles very simply by not focusing on things that we choose to not happen. I know it's a double negative in this. So let's just focus on things that we care about. Focus on things that we want to see in our reality as opposed to things that we don't. So we're going to allow everything else to disappear and only want to appear those that we care about. So focus on your health. Focus on love. Focus on the beauty that's around you. Focus on success. And those things will appear naturally because that is the way it works. All we're doing is we're directing our attention. And then the universe projects that back to us with a response. If you're focused on the lack of wealth, you're going to get an appearance of the lack of wealth. If you focus on wealth, then the lack of wealth will disappear and you're going to get wealth. Now, initially, you'll see wealth all around you because of the people that have it, so you can see wealth. And if you choose to have wealth, then wealth will start trickling in. Again, there's more depth, obviously, to these concepts that we're kind of gliding over. But the idea of using these simple words, appear and disappear, you can utilize in your daily life very quickly. You can say, in terms of health, in terms of relationships, in terms of anything that you're interested in, focus on it, appear it. Everything else, let it disappear. Because think about the word, thank you very much, I appreciate that, GP. Thank you for the hearts. If you think of it from the perspective of past, present, future. So in the past, something that occurred has disappeared already, right? In the present, it's appearing. In the future, it will appear. So you have control over that. If in the past it disappeared, that means that you can take any problem and you can make it disappear because it already happened, right? If everything exists and you can make anything happen or not happen, then just put the rest in the past and focus on appearing only that you care about. So again, simpler, very simple explanation and easier said than done, but these are things that we can practice. So use those two words, appear and disappear, and allow them to guide you through the process of manifesting whatever you want, because it will appear, as opposed to everything that you don't want. Don't focus on it, forget about it, and it will naturally disappear. That's the part that we're kind of missing. We always focus on things that I do not want. While you don't want, it appears. It's a natural reaction. So you want it to disappear, you have to stop thinking about it, focus, forget it. It just doesn't exist. And it'll go back into that quantum field of possibilities where it is one option. You don't have to think about it. Just focus on the things that you care about, and those will appear for you. Any questions? I know I'm kind of preaching to the choir since I'm doing this live to GP Walsh, who knows all of these things already and who teaches them. But I thought it was an interesting way that my guides explained that to me in terms of appearing and disappearing. I love words, and I think the more we look into the actual words and the more we understand the meanings, they will really help us along with our journeys. GP, anything that you want to add? Yeah, important distinction, absolutely. Well, thank you very much for listening, everybody who's tuning in afterwards. Yeah, it's always there, yeah. I will have obviously this so you can listen to it. If you have any questions, just find me on Twitter at Alan Inspire, obviously, or find me on Facebook at Alan Inspire, or just type in Alan Vaysberg, Vaysberg. Thank you again. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you tomorrow. Now that iOS 9 works with Periscope, and I can actually do more scopes. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.